Hey everyone. Okay, so another closer look video. I'm gonna cover this guy right here, Mr. Hollowpointless. Woot woot! Alright. He is a pretty plain area of effect hitter, so he does hit. I almost said she, yes. He does hit everyone, does damage to all enemies, and that's it. So most of the specials have a little bit more substance to them. He's just a straight out hitter. That's it. And he is fast charging, so that is good. But let's take a look at his actual hero rating. So his hero rating is a C. He has very low, not really stats. Some of his stats are okay, but low effectiveness, I guess, would be the way to put that. He really needs something else to him, and it's a shame actually, because SG, and I have no idea why, and I argued the point with support on this, they nerfed him quite a while ago because he did do at least more damage. And they nerfed him way back, and everybody went, what did they just do that for? Because he wasn't overpowered to begin with. He was already balanced, as balanced as he was going to get. So they actually made it worse with the nerf, which is too bad. So all that contributes to the fact that he's got that C rating. He's just not effective overall. Are there areas where he is effective? You betcha. And we'll talk about that for sure. But being an AoE hitter that hits every enemy, he is not effective whatsoever on the War Machine. He has a 1 rating out of 5 in that. Like, it's a terrible rating, and it's definitely deserved. He's not a War Machine hitter. And it's too bad he doesn't do some buff dispelling or cleansing, maybe. Actually, it would be cool if he was a buff dispeller. That would be awesome, really. That would definitely give him more brownie points in my books. But yeah, just a straight hitter. So let's go into... And as you can see, I didn't finish his skills because I just don't use him enough, and I don't find that his special is effective enough to warrant giving him epic skill books. So the damage would go up a little bit if I did finish off his special skill and max it out, but that's not going to happen. Alright, so let's talk about how effective he is and isn't, and we'll show some weapons options. Because there are scenarios where he is definitely very effective. So let's go see the Recon class. Alright, 3% chance to dodge direct damage. So he is an evader, and that is a very good skill. Very good. Probably the evade and the warfighter classes are the two best, really, because they're quite effective for anything that you do, and especially if those heroes are going into your defense, right? They can revive and they can dodge whatever the attacking team is throwing at them. So that's pretty good. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 15% chance to dodge. Right on. Okay, so if I were to put emblems on him, which will never ever happen, even if hell freezes over, I would go down attack route. Attack and health, for sure. All the way. I personally think he needs a bit more health on him so he stays alive longer, but I would, of course, take the defenses as it comes to, for sure. And then you get the charge speed here. I would go down the charge speed, because I know he's 63, which is fast, but if he increases the speed of recovery by 2% more, 64 is the break point where it'll drop a tile to charge him. So definitely do the charge bonus if you're going to put emblems on Hollow Point. Because, yeah, if you're taking them on offense for different things and it's only going to require 8 tiles to charge rather than 9, for sure you want this charge bonus in there so you can accomplish that. Alright, so there's lots of attacking too. Increases attack by 16 points. That's good because he needs all the attack he can get. Alright, so let's run through some weapons that will definitely help his effectiveness. Alright, so Golema, keep him alive longer with the armor. Kato. I always want to say gato. That really does look like Spanish for cat every time I look at this weapon. Alright, chance to hit an enemy with dodge or blinding, and then the 28% critical chance. Super effective for sure on offense to put this one on him. Absolutely, because he's aiming at all 5 enemies anyway. And if they have dodge weapons on him and he's going to hit them anyway, perfect. And then of course the tile damage. It's just another bonus on top. Same with this one. Super effective weapon for him with the venom ammo. That's awesome. That actually makes him quite effective, having weapons like that on him. Okay, so I think I only have one. I have only got one 5-star blue. So I'll run through the other ones here while I'm in the summon gate. So armor again. Good if you have to use them on defense. Yeah, putting any weapons like that. If you don't have the poison weapons, of course. Or the hit through dodge weapons. Alright. Now I'm looking for, that's the one that I do have, which is critical chance and health. Both good. For either offense or defense, so that's good. This one is a good one too. If you got this one, 16% dodge, and then of course you got 17% resistance, which will help him if you have to put him on defense, for sure. Help him resist the burn. The burns and the poisons and the blindings. Draculov. Critical chance. So on offense, a good one. Armor damage, of course, as always, is meh. Alright, I think that's it. Oh, the Regalizer, one more. Speed weapon. Alright, so 31% armor damage. Okay, so let's break that down on the speed. So he's 63. If you put 9 on him, he jumps. Or is he 62? Doesn't matter, because he jumps from being a fast to a very fast with this weapon. So that is amazing because he goes from 9 tiles to charge him down to 7 to charge him. So that can be very effective. That is really great on offense for sure. Because he would charge up multiple times to hit everybody every time. So that is right on for that weapon. Okay, that covers all the 5-star blue ones, and I'll just pop over to my roster here to cover the other ones. Alright, so the Bargo, it's resistance, so good for defense, and the stats on the Bargo aren't that bad actually. The extra attack and defense, so that this is a decent gun for on defense. I don't find that I use it any other time though, really, except for defenses. I have taken it on offensive, but not too many times have I taken it into offensive battles. So, because I favor these ones, so obviously the Gale arm here, I'm gonna want the critical chance on the tiles, so I'll take both of them when I do a blue stack over the Bargo for offense. But the Bargo is a decent weapon for defensive. Okay, so the Golema we already looked at. That covers you for armor per turn. And then we got the Magnum, which is dodge. Oh goodness, I'm having trouble speaking here. So that's not too bad. And then the other 3-star blue weapon, of course, is the Chekhov, which I get rid of. Just 6% armor damage on that one. So I always disassemble or sacrifice these ones personally. So, alright, there are other areas where Hollow Point is effective too. So in the special ops, we do have, of course, the zombie horde once a month and the target practice once a month as well. I wish it was still twice a month, every other week. Unfortunately, SG cut that back on us, which, yeah. They're both fun special ops to do. I do like both of them. Now, what makes him effective for those special ops is the fact that he hits everybody. And he's fast charging, and that's what you want for both of those special ops. So if there's 18 zombies up on the board, I don't think the board can even fit that many, but if there's that many up there and Hollow Point charges, he's going to hit every single one of them and do damage to them, which is pretty sweet. So that's a scenario where he's very effective. And so he is kind of a niche hero because there are scenarios where, like I say, he is effective and there are weapons that make him better. But he is pretty much deserving of that C rating because he's just, his special's kind of flat overall. Now for the target practice, of course, you only have so many turns to get the targets up on the screen gone. So if you have 3 targets in a wave and you've only got 3 turns left, well, of course you would still want to get them with the multi-hitters if you can. So he's very effective at that. And I remember when I first started actually taking him in on target practice with Latte that does the defenses down to everybody, and that was a pretty wicked combination, those two, because Latte of course do the defenses down first and then Hollow Point would hit everybody. So that was a very effective. I think it took Latte, Vittoria, Hollow Point, and what was it, Edge? So those special ops, if you've got multi-hitters, that's where you want to take them in and they'll shine for you for sure. And the target practice, you don't need any healing items, of course, because the targets don't hit you. You just need effective multi-hitters and effective battle items. Of course, with Zombie Horde, you kind of do need some healing, but yeah, so keep that in mind. So he is kind of a niche hero. If you're pulling a lot, though, you may want to skip Hollow Point because you'll get some other blues that are really decent. Like, he's a good AoE hitter, fast charging, and then even Kayla as a sniper damn, does she do a hell of a lot of damage. So there are other blue options that may come up, but if you're cheap to play or free to play, I mean, he's certainly worth leveling a copy of for you. Especially if you end up needing him in defense. He's not a bad wing on defense, being the fast charging that he is, and then if you happen to be able to put like the venom weapon on him, master weapon on him, then bonus, because that's a pretty effective wing for sure. Alright, so that's a brief look at Hollowpointless is the name I prefer. But yeah, so there are definitely scenarios where he's effective. Okay guys, take care.